Aloha sisters, my name is Candace Neves and I'm joining you from the Hawaiian Islands, and I am so very honored to be a part of this virtual experience of Spirit Weavers and to be guiding you through today's yoga practice, which is titled Earth Mama Soul Flow, Yoga for Radiant Womb Health. And this class is very much inspired by my own personal and recent experience and journey of healing infertility and creative blockages. So I've spent the last 7 years focusing on my womb healing, and my journey has included miscarriage, fibroids. I found out that I had 2 blocked fallopian tubes, and doctors told me that I would never be able to conceive naturally. And then just 4 months later, we did, and I now have a beautiful 13-month-old baby girl. Yoga has played a huge part of my healing and preparation for birth, preparation for conception, birth, and pregnancy, as well as revitalizing my own creative energy and balancing divine feminine and masculine energies in my life. Today's flow is beneficial for all women, not just those who are looking to conceive, and not just those who have a uterus, as the womb spirit is present even after hysterectomy. Our wombs require much more love and care and attention than modern society and Western health recognizes or teaches us. We hold an incredible amount of energy in our wombs, and when the womb space is balanced and healthy, we clear blockages from our energetic core, and we experience a massive resurgence in our creative capacities, and we're able to address and release emotional energies of fear, sadness, grief, rage, anger. We enhance the well-being of our sensual and sexual core and our ability to receive pleasure. And we heal from our past traumas. Intuition is stronger. Our connection with the earth is heightened, and our awareness is refined. I believe that through healing the womb space, we can also heal all of humanity and our relationship to our Mother Earth. But this is very big and powerful work, and it starts within. It starts with caring for ourselves. So with that, we will jump onto our yoga mats. For today's class, I've made a little altar, which you're welcome to do for yourself if you haven't already. I just have some beautiful flowers from the land here, as well as a rose quartz crystal from my mom. You can't see it, it's kind of hidden. And I'm going to be using a blanket. It's helpful if you have it, and if not, that's okay. And I have some water nearby. And I think I'll have a sip before we get started. Right. I'm not used to teaching to a camera, but it's something that I want to get comfortable with to be able to share more with you all. So bear with me, and thank you so much for choosing to join me in this in this new way today. So let's go ahead and start on our backs. You can lie down flat on your back. Allow your feet to splay open wider than your hips, and start to work your shoulder blades underneath you. Let the palms of your hands face up towards the sky in receptivity. And close your eyes. Let's begin with a few nice deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose. Exhale, sigh out through the mouth. And a couple more times, inhaling. And exhale. You feel your body starting to get very heavy. So you just allow yourself to surrender here, letting go of any ideas of what this time will be like, what it should be like, letting go of any attachments to past or to future. And just starting to arrive here in this very precious present moment we've been given today. And you might even imagine that you are sinking down into the earth's core. Feel the back of your head. Let it become a little heavier. Feel the place where your shoulder blades touch the earth. And feeling your heels where they touch the earth. If you were to let go completely, what would that sensation feel like in your body right now? Good. Start to deepen the breath here now. We'll take a nice slow inhale together through the nose. And a nice slow exhale out through the nose. Good. Again, deep and slow inhale. Slow and steady exhale. And once more, breathing in. And exhaling, letting go. Go ahead and bring your left hand up to your heart and your right hand onto your belly, your lower womb space. And closing your eyes, start to tune into your intention. What is your intention for this time? Why have you come to your mat today, and what is it that you hope to receive from this time here on your yoga mat? And perhaps it's an intention surrounding your womb, surrounding womb health. Perhaps you're ready to create space for greater creativity and fertility. Maybe you're letting go of emotional energies, feelings of shame, or fear, sadness, or grief. Perhaps you're making space for something new in your life, or wanting to ground, deepen in your connection to yourself, your ability to care for yourself, or maybe strengthening your connection to the earth. Whatever your intention is, hold it in your heart and hold it in your womb right now. Breathe life and love into that intent. And let these next 3 breaths be the slowest breaths that you've taken in your entire life. Breathing in. Slow and full inhalation. And when you're ready, breathing out. Slow and steady exhalation. And twice more. Very softly, gently, start to bat your eyes open. And inhale and draw your knees in towards your chest. Extend your feet up towards the heavens. spread through your toes and start to roll through your ankles, circling the ankles in one direction. And exhale, circle in the opposite direction. Good. Relax your ankles and just start to shake out the feet. I'm starting to bring some movement into the legs. It's very early for most of you right now, so just gently moving into the body this morning. And staying with those nice deep breaths in through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. Good. Go ahead and draw your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a nice big hug. Reaching for either forearm. Hug the knees in towards the chest, Apanasana, wind relieving posture. And send some love down into your body, and love down into your womb. Feeling gratitude for this incredible vessel you've been given. Gratitude for all the ways that it serves you. Let your hands come onto your knees. Inhaling, circle the knees out away from the body and back in towards the body in one direction. And exhaling to take the opposite direction. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. And if it's good for you today, you can start to rock your way up into your tabletop position. Or if it's more supportive, you can just roll onto one side and find your way onto hands and knees. Good. As you make your way onto your hands and knees, bring your wrists right underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your sits bones. We'll find tabletop position. Spread through the palms of your through your palms and spread your fingers wide. Inhale, drop the heart down, lift the chest. Looking up on your exhale, press into the palms, round the spine deeply. Good. Starting to find our cat-cow. Inhale, shoulders roll back. Lift through the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Good. And a few more times. Starting to find your own pace. Movements that feel natural for you here. You might stay with cat-cow, or perhaps you're ready to explore a little free flow. So free flow is something that I incorporate into most of my yoga practices, and it's just an opportunity to tune into your own body and what your body needs today. And that's going to be unique depending upon where you're at, the places that are sore, the places that are feeling open, whether you've been practicing regularly or not. Our bodies are different every single day. Our needs change every single day. Part of caring for our wombs is being sensitive to where we're at in any given day. As women, we cycle. We have rhythms. We bleed with the moon. And there are times for more energized practice and times for softening. Finding that yin space. So tune into what you need most today. And make a promise to yourself to really honor your needs in today's practice. We'll take a few more nice deep breaths here. And as you're ready, start to find your way back into tabletop. Let's take the knees a little bit wider. The big toes can come to touch and drop the hips back for Balasana, child's pose. Third eye will come down onto the mat. Hands can stay extended in front of you, or you can relax the hands alongside your body. Nice deep inhale breath through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Let everything go. Feel your third eye connected to the earth here. This is your intuitive center. And checking in with your own intuition. And checking in with your body. Noticing how the hips feel. See if you can relax your hips a little bit more. Feel them sinking down into the earth here. Balasana, child's pose, is a wonderful posture to come back to anytime you need it during practice. If you need to slow things down, if you're ready for a moment just to turn your attention inward, to come back to stillness. This is a wonderful place to do so. Give yourself permission to take this posture whenever you need it. We're all at home, possibly alone. Nobody's watching, nobody's looking. Honor yourself. Do what's right for you. And even when you make it back to a yoga class and there are others in the room, continue to honor yourself. Do what's right for you. Your practice might be different from the person next to you. And that's good. That's okay. As you're ready, inhale, find your way back up to tabletop. We'll bring the knees underneath the hips, and this time let's walk the hands forward. Let the heart soften down toward the earth. This is Anahatasana, puppy pose. You might rest your third eye back on the earth. Perhaps if it feels right for you today, the chin can come forward and your gaze can come forward. The hips stay lifted high here. If you'd like to take this a little further, you might even tent the palms coming up onto fingertips. Nice deep breaths. Exhale. 2 more nice deep breaths wherever you are. Good. And softly, gently, find your way back to tabletop. Spread through the palms, curl the big toes under. Exhale, press your way back into downward facing dog. It's our first downward facing dog of the practice, maybe of your day. So start to pedal your feet out. Let's just be easy on this one. Walking the feet back and forth. Notice how your body feels. Notice how the hamstrings feel. You might bend deeply into the knees, press into the palms, let the hips lift up towards the sky. Relax the head and neck, maybe shake it out, no. And the nodding, yes. Good. And very softly, gently start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Bring the feet hips width distance apart. Find a nice generous bend to the knees and exhale. Let your whole upper body hang down toward the earth. Let yourself be heavy here. Anything that you've been carrying, just release it down to the earth. The earth, they say that the earth carries all of our baggage. She takes our pain, our suffering, and she uses it as compost to grow flowers. So see what you can give to the earth right now. And you might even picture those flowers popping up around you. Give yourself 2 more nice deep breaths. Good. On your next exhale, start to walk your hands over to the right. Straighten into the left leg. Bend deeply through the right leg. Let your head drop. Inhale, walk the hands back to center and over to the left. Straightening into the opposite leg and bending. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Lift up halfway. On the exhale, find your way back down. Walk your hands forward into plank pose, top of a push-up. So we're high on the back toes. Shoulders are over wrists. Nice strong legs here. Deep inhale breath. On your exhale, lower knees. Chest and chin come down. Squeeze the elbows in towards your body. Inhale. Let your tops of your feet rest on the mat. Shoulders roll back, lifting through the heart. Exhale, softly lower down. Inhale, press through the palms and lift for baby cobra. Exhale, softly lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lowering down. Good. Let's take praying mantis pose. So the fingertips will come out wider than the mat. Press into the fingertips. Inhale. Lift the heart. Maybe the belly button comes off the mat. Good. Exhale, softly lower down. Beautiful. Inhale, pressing into fingertips. Heart lifts. Soften the glutes. Exhale, lowering down. Once more. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, softly lower down. Fingertips come under shoulders. Press your way back to downward facing dog. Look forward. Softly walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale. Lift all the way up. Bring your hands up overhead. Look towards your fingers and exhale. Hands come down to the heart space. Close your eyes. Find your breath and come back to your intention. Remember that intent that you set at the beginning of this practice. We're going to find our way into our sun salutations, Surya Namaskar. And in sun salutations, we start to work with our divine masculine energies, so cultivating that strength and power. Good. As you're ready, inhale, the arms spread. Pick the hands up overhead, reach for the great sun. Exhale, press the palms together, bend the knees, gently bow forward, bowing toward Mother Earth. Inhale, lift and lengthen, head reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Twice more, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold forward, ground the palms, step the feet back into plank pose, top of a push-up. And your choice here, you can come down knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering halfway. On your inhale, coming up for a cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, taking it back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, bring the feet close together. Inhale, right leg extends back behind you. Roll through the ankle. And then on the exhale, look in between your hands. Take a big step with the right foot. Soften the back knee down, top of the foot on the mat. Inhale, lifting up for Anjaneyasana. So here you can take your hands to your knee. Let the hips shift back. See if you can level through the hips. Good. Hands can come to the heart space here. If it's good for you today, you might sit a little bit deeper, or you might just stay here. Take your tailbone down toward the earth. See if you can keep the chest lifted. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful. Breathing in and breathing out. Notice where you can soften. See if you can relax the grip of the toes on the mat. Relax your jaw, maybe even finding a smile here. Good. And on your exhale, let your hands come down, straighten into the front leg, and flex and point through the front toes. Relax your head. Ardha Hanumanasana, finding a stretch here in this half split for the back of the hamstring. Nice deep breath. Beautiful. Exhale, ground the palms, curl the back toes under, step it back, downward facing dog. Option here to take a vinyasa or to skip the vinyasa, staying in down dog, or to rest in child's pose. If you're taking your vinyasa, inhale forward for plank pose. On the exhale, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling for your upward facing dog or cobra, and exhaling back into downward facing dog. So every vinyasa is optional. You don't have to do it. If it doesn't feel right for you, please skip it. If you love it and you want to add some Chaturanga push-ups in there, by all means, enjoy. Bring your feet a little closer together. Inhale, left leg extends back behind you. Roll through the ankle. Look in between your hands. On your exhale, big step with the left foot. Ground the back knee down. Inhale, use your core strength to draw you up. Anjaneyasana. Level through the hips. Take your tailbone down toward the earth. Maybe staying here, maybe sitting a little bit deeper into this posture as the hands come to the heart in gratitude. Find your drishti, a soft gaze. Relax your jaw. Maybe there's a hint of a smile, maybe it's a big one. Feels good to be present with the body and the breath. Good. Another nice deep breath here. Exhale softly, take the hands down to the mat, straighten into the front leg. Flex and point through the front toes, relax your head down. Let the hips shift back. Ardha Hanumanasana. Send your breath into the back line of the left leg. Good. Sending love to our hamstrings. Exhale, bend deeply into the front leg. Ground the palms. Curl the back toes under. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Option to take a vinyasa. To skip the vinyasa, stay where you are. Enjoy child's pose. Do what feels right for you. Good. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Look up towards the hands. Bend the knees. Step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, float forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive draws you up. Take up lots of space. Look up towards your hands. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Samastiti. And finding stillness, equanimity, balance. The balance of your feminine and masculine energies, your yin and yang, your softness and your strength. Good. Inhale, arms swoop up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, bowing toward the earth with gratitude for all that she gives us. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, ground the palms. Step or hop the feet back into downward facing dog. Option to take your vinyasa here or skip it. Moving with intention, with grace, and with love. Good. As you find your way into your downward facing dog, inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, look between your hands, big step with the right foot. This time stay high on the back toes and we'll come up into our high lunge. Hands onto the hips. You can bend into that back knee. Again, level through the hips and take your tailbone down toward the earth. Beautiful. Inhale. Take the hands up towards the sky. Send radiant energy out through your fingertips. Relax the shoulders down away from your ears. So we feel our strength here in our high lunge, but we also find softness. See if you can relax the muscles in your face. Good. Nice deep breath. Take the hands out in front of you, reaching for the sky. On the exhale, peel the right hand back behind you. Perhaps your gaze follows. Feel the strength in your legs here, inhaling. And exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. On your next inhale breath, right hand will come to the back leg. Reach the left hand up. Take your gaze up overhead. Beautiful. Exhale. We're going to cartwheel the left hand down. Right hand reaches for the sky. Left hand is grounded, twisting. And you might even reach back behind you as though you're catching raindrops here. Beautiful. Exhale, take your right hand down, step it back. Option to take a vinyasa here or to skip it. Maybe you're resting in down dog. Maybe you're pedaling out the feet. Tune into your body. What is your body asking you for? What do you need right now? Beautiful. Meeting in our downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg extends back behind. On the exhale, look in between the hands. Big step with the left foot. Good. Inhaling, finding our way into our high lunge here. Hands on the hips. Find a gentle bend to the back knee to start. Level through the hips, lengthen the tailbone down. Beautiful. As you're ready, inhale, the hands reach for the sky. Radiant energy out through the fingertips. Drop the shoulders down away from your ears. Notice where you can let go. Where you can be strong but soft. Good. Reach the hands out in front of you, and on your inhale, peel the left arm back. Maybe the gaze follows. Nice deep breaths. Breathing in love. Exhaling gratitude. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. On your next exhalation, we're going to cartwheel the right hand down toward the earth. Inhale. Left hand spins up towards the sky, twisting. Maybe you reach back even further as though you're catching raindrops. Nice deep breaths. Exhale, take your hand down. Step your foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. Exhale, down dog. Good. Option to take one vinyasa here or to relax in your down dog or child's pose. And give yourself 3 nice deep breaths wherever you are. And we'll all come to meet in our downward facing dog. This time, let's bring the feet close together. Inhale, right leg extends back behind. On your exhale, bend the right knee and start to open through the right hip. We'll take nice big circles with the right knee, circling one direction and then the other. Good. Come back to center. Inhale, right leg extends back behind you, looking between the hands. Big step with the right foot. On the exhale, pivot all the way on the back foot, setting up for warrior 3. Warrior 2, excuse me, Virabhadrasana. So if you bring your hands to your hips and look down at your feet, the heel of the front foot will bisect the arch of the back foot. You can bend deeply through that right front knee, level through your hips, and inhale your arms, reach out at shoulders height. Let's turn the palms up in receptivity. As women, we give so much. It's time to receive. Consider what you're letting into your life. What are you receiving today? Take a nice deep breath and feel the energy coursing from your heart, from your womb, out through your fingers and your toes and into the world. Naturally you give, so may you receive. On your exhale, take your hands to your heart center. Look towards your hands in prayer. Remember your intention. Inhale, hands come out, reaching in receptivity. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands reach. Exhale, back hand to back thigh, reach back behind you. Draw a rainbow across the sky. We've seen so many rainbows here in beautiful Hawaii lately. Good. Picturing that rainbow right over your body right now. On your next exhale breath, take your right elbow to your right knee. Left arm can reach up overhead. Good. Spiral your ribcage up towards the heavens. Send radiant energy out through the fingertips. Beautiful. And exhale. Softly find your way back up. Reverse Trikonasana. Straighten the front leg and reach back behind you with the right hand. Exhale. Windmill the hands down. Taking your vinyasa if it serves you. And we'll meet in our downward facing dog and find our second side on this flow. Inhale, left leg reaches back behind you. Exhale, bend the back knee. And then start to circle through the hips. One direction and the other. Good. Looking between your hands, take a big step with that left foot. Pivot all the way on the back foot. Windmill the arms up. Find your warrior 2. Hands to hips, finding your alignment. The heel of the front foot can bisect the arch of the back foot. Good. See if you can lengthen your tailbone down a little more here. And then as you take the arms out, extend your hands, coming back to that place of receptivity. Feeling your strength here. Feeling your openness as well. Feel the shoulders as they melt down away from your ears and the heart softens. Receiving all that life has to give to you right now. Good. Take your hands to your heart center. Looking at your hands in prayer. Exhale, reach them out. Inhaling, hands to heart. Gaze at your hands in prayer. Remember your intent. Exhale. Reaching through your fingers. Inhale. And exhale, reach. Good, nice deep breath here. Back hand comes to back thigh. Draw that rainbow across the sky. Rainbow warrior. And as you're ready, left elbow comes to left knee. Right hand reaches up overhead. Start to spiral the ribcage up towards the heavens, reaching through your fingertips. Find your breath here. See if you can relax the toes on your mat. Be soft in your feet, soft in your jaw, strong in your stance. Good. And on your exhale, come back up. Back hand to back thigh, straighten into the front leg, reach back behind you. Reverse Trikonasana. And then windmilling the hands down. Beautiful. We'll step it back, downward facing dog. This time look in between your hands. Take a big step with the right foot. Walk the hands to the left side of your mat. Good. Turn the feet so that they're parallel to one another. Inhale, lift through the heart, and then exhale, fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. Good, surrendering your head down toward the earth. 2 nice deep breaths here. Beautiful. On your inhale, take your hands to your hips. Lead from the heart. Come all the way up to standing. Start to bring your heels in. The toes can point out. And extend the fingers out towards the sky. So this is star pose. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Spread through your toes. Let your heart shine forward here. Really feel your strength here. And consider what you're shining into the world. What creativity is brewing inside of your soul? What are you ready to share with the world? Or perhaps preparing for? Good. And shining your light here in star pose. 2 more nice deep breaths. Beautiful. We'll transition from star to my favorite posture, Utthata Konasana, goddess pose. So we're going to bend deeply into the knees. You can take your heels in and your big toes out, and perhaps you need to shorten your stance a bit, but make sure that the knees are tracking out over the ankles. Let's take the hands, one hand onto the womb, and the other hand, the back of the hand can come onto the lower back, and start to lengthen your tailbone down. As you do so, lift the heart back. So maybe even imagine that there's a wall back behind you and your back body is resting against that wall. See if you can bring all of that forward energy straight back. It's going to make it a little bit more challenging. This is a beautiful posture. This is strengthening the hips and the groin area and really working to stimulate the reproductive organs. This is actually the posture that I gave birth in. I didn't plan that. I planned for a water birth, and instead she came out in a very earthy goddess pose. It was really powerful. We have options with the hands here. You can reach the hands straight up towards the sky if that resonates with you. You can also bring the hands to heart center. We have the traditional hands coming out spread wide on either side of the body here with the elbows bent. Find your happy place. You might even find a different gaze. Maybe the gaze is coming up. Good. Give yourself 2 more nice deep breaths. We're bringing a lot of strength to the legs here. And exhale, straighten into the legs. Find your star pose. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, side out. Beautiful. Hands to the heart center. You can turn your toes to face forward. Bend deeply into the front knee. Hands come down. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Good. Opportunity for one last vinyasa here, if your body's asking for it. And we're going to meet in Balasana, child's pose. Third eye comes down to the mat. Hands can be extended forward or relaxed alongside your body. Give yourself a moment to integrate. Come back to your breath. Find stillness. Beautiful. Softly, gently, find your way back up onto hands and knees. So here the knees can come just a little wider than the hips, and we're going to take some nice big hip circles. Preparing to go a little bit deeper into our hips. As you're ready, take your downward facing dog. And from down dog, let's inhale, right leg extends back behind you. Exhale, look in between the hands and find pigeon pose. So the right knee draws towards the right corner of the mat, right ankle towards the left corner, and the left leg will extend straight back behind you. Take your time setting up in your pigeon. If you have a blanket nearby, you might use it for a little extra support underneath the right hip. As you're ready, you can start to soften your way down. Forearms can come onto the earth. Maybe you stack your fists one on top of the other to meet at the third eye. Maybe your third eye rests directly on your mat. Find your happy place and give yourself permission to relax, winding down into some more yin restorative postures. Pigeon pose is a really powerful place to be. We do some of our deepest work here. So we're accessing all that's stored in the hips. We tend to store a lot of emotional baggage here. Well, this is a place for release. It can be a very tender place to be. Often there are tears, or we're just feeling a lot. You might be surprised by thoughts or memories, things that appear in the mind. Whatever comes, just notice it without judging it, without needing to change it, needing it to be different, but starting to sit in the space of the observer, witnessing the emotional process and experience as it happens, without any attachment or any agenda. And see if you can deepen your breath here, breathing into any spaces that feel uncomfortable, physically or otherwise. Or can you allow yourself to melt into this posture? And taking 2 more nice deep breaths. Beautiful. As you're ready, very slowly, gently, start to make your way out. You can remove the blanket if you've taken it underneath your hip and gently press your way back through tabletop or down dog and take any movements that feel supportive for you in between sides. Maybe more hip circles, maybe a little shake of the leg, whatever you need. And when you're ready, find your way back into your down dog. We'll take our second side. Inhaling, the left leg extends up towards the heavens. Exhale, look in between the hands. Left knee draws towards the left corner of your mat. Left ankle towards the right corner, and the right leg extends back behind you. Take your time here. Go slow. Do what you need to set yourself up with love, gentleness, mindfulness. Let your practice be relaxing, nourishing. Perhaps finding the support of your blanket again under the left hip, and maybe stacking fists. If you're stacking fists, take the opposite fist or opposite hand on top to meet at the third eye, maybe resting your third eye down. Good. Notice where you might unconsciously be gripping or holding on. Maybe it's in the muscles in your face. Maybe you feel it in the hips. Or you're aware that you're holding on to a thought. Where do you have space to let go a little more? Let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose and an audible sigh out. Oh. With sound, we find greater release. I felt my womb completely open as I exhaled. Notice how your body opens and relaxes Maybe you're ready for another audible exhalation. And really savor these last few breaths here. Being present with whatever is arising for you. Bearing witness to your process. And allowing your emotions to flow freely. This is safe space to do so. Good. Last couple of breaths here. And as you're ready, very softly, gently start to find your way out of your pigeon pose. Pressing through the palms as you lift through the heart. Mindfully, slowly, making your way through tabletop or maybe downward facing dog. Again, taking those hip circles, a shake of the leg, whatever movements you need between sides to feel good. What is your body asking you for? So there's this continual check-in with where we're at, with what the body needs in each moment, and a continual honoring of that. Not doing something because I said so, the teacher said so, last time you were able to do it. It doesn't matter. Do it because it feels right for you right now, and trust that that is enough. Good. And softly, gently, press your way back into one last downward facing dog. We're going to softly walk the hands up, the feet up to meet the hands. Take your feet as wide as your mat and drop your hips down. Good. So I'm going to turn to face you for this posture. This is Malasana, squat pose. So another wonderful posture for the female body. And here, as you find your squat, bring your hands to your heart center. Press the thumbs against your sternum. See if you can really lift your heart here. And use your elbows to press and invite your knees back towards your back body. Let's find a lift in the perineum here. So engaging Mula Bandha, our root lock. The root is our connection to our ancestry. Noticing if that stirs anything for you right now as you consider your own lineage, your ancestry, your mother, your grandmothers, your great, 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 great grandmothers, the work that the women in your lineage have done to birth, to create, to heal their own wombs, the work that you are doing now in your own life. Good. And take 2 more nice deep breaths here. As you're ready, exhale softly. Let your hands come down in front of you. We're going to find our way onto seated. It should be a short distance. You might just sit back. Good. And here, go ahead and take your hands behind you and softly make your way down onto your back. Draw the knees in towards your chest, and let's spiral the knees out away from the body and back in towards one another. Inhaling. And exhaling, opposite direction. Beautiful. Good. Feet can come down onto the earth. Roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Supta Baddha Konasana. Recline bound angle pose. Let the soles of the feet come to touch. Let the knees splay open. And then take the palms to face up towards the sky. And you might adjust your shoulder blades once more. Just roll them underneath your body. Perhaps it feels great to leave the hands resting up towards the sky, or maybe you take one hand over your womb and one hand over your heart and close your eyes. This is one of my all-time favorite postures, and Supta Baddha Konasana is especially supportive for women when we have our moon cycle, our menses. This posture brings a lot of circulation to the womb, to the uterus, the ovaries, and just allows for a softening in the whole front line of the body. So breathe down from your heart into your womb. And feel the connection between the two here. It is said that women have two hearts, the womb being the second heart. What does that mean for you right now? What is your experience of your womb as your heart? Does this hold any meaning or significance for you? Perhaps considering your connection to your womb. Notice how the womb feels right now, if there's heat and warmth, if it feels cool, if there's sensation and movement, energy. Notice how your heart feels. And take 3 more conscious breaths down into the womb space. And on your next exhale, let both hands slide down to the backs of your thighs and softly, gently guide the knees together. Soles of the feet come to the earth. Inhale, draw the knees in towards your chest. On your exhale, extend your right leg out. And very softly, gently guide your left knee over to the right side of your body. Extend your left arm out. Take your gaze out over your left fingertips, finding your way into a twist. Stay present with your breath. Inhale, come back to center. Both knees can hug in. Exhale, left leg extends. Right knee hugs in nice and close, and then gently guide the right knee over to the left side, and the right arm can extend out at shoulder's height. Gaze might come out over the right fingertips, twisting in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. We'll take one final posture before we settle into our Shavasana. So our final posture today will be bridge pose. And for bridge pose, go ahead and bring your feet so that they're hips width distance apart. Roll the shoulder blades underneath you, and perhaps your middle fingers can just grace the backs of your heels here. Ground the palms down toward the earth. Inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. Good. Keep lifting here, pressing the feet into the earth, and see if you can start to lengthen your tailbone down towards the backs of your knees. Notice if you're clenching in the glutes, can you relax the glutes? Good. So this is another wonderful posture for opening and stimulating into the reproductive area. This is a nice posture to do supported. If you have a block, you can place it right underneath your sacrum here. You can also use your hands underneath your hips for a little extra support. We'll find the position that feels best for you, and we'll take a few more nice deep breaths. I've been enjoying doing abdominal and womb massage in this posture while doing the supported variation in my personal practice. So if that's something that you enjoy, you might incorporate it. As you're ready, exhale, softly lower the hips down. Take the feet wider than the mat, or just about as wide as your mat, and let the knees knock in toward each other. Hands over your womb. Close your eyes. Breathe down from the womb to the sacrum. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Knees hug in towards the chest. Beautiful, gentle hug. And perhaps circling the knees out and away. Circling back, opposite direction. And as you're ready, softly, gently extend the legs out in front of you. Find your way into Shavasana, corpse pose, our final position. You can let the feet splay open as wide as your mat, or maybe even wider. Same with the arms. Take up lots of space if you have it. Close your eyes. We'll take one last deep inhale breath through the nose. Exhale, audible sigh of release. And let your breathing just be normal, natural. Let the eyes roll into the back of your head and your body become very heavy here. Giving yourself this opportunity to soak in the benefits of this practice. To really settle into this place of harmony and balance you've created. And to just be. We'll take Shavasana in silence. Savor the stillness. You might choose to remain here for an extended Shavasana. And that's fine. And if not, you can slowly, gently bat your eyes open, wiggle your toes and your fingers. Start to make your way up into a comfortable seated position. You might take your blanket and use it for a little support underneath your sits bones. Coming into Sukhasana, easy seated pose with a nice long spine, shoulders relaxed. We're going to close this practice with some very powerful words of affirmation. We'll go ahead and take your right hand to your heart and your left hand to your womb, your belly. And close your eyes, and you might repeat these words aloud or say them silently to yourself. I am grateful for my body. I love my body and all it does for me. I listen to my body and rest when I need to. Warm and loving energy surrounds my womb and ovaries. My creative and fertile energy flows effortlessly. My body is in total harmony and balance. And feel these words as they reverberate through your soul and your body and every cell throughout your womb and your beautiful heart. I'm so deeply grateful and honored to share this time with you today. I'll bring the hands together in prayer in front of the heart. May this time that we've shared be an offering, a prayer, a healing for all women, for all people, everywhere. May the healing that we've cultivated today ripple and be felt throughout the planet. May it create more healing for Mother Earth. Mahalo nui loa for sharing your energy with me today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing in this experience and for caring for yourself and showing up for yourself in the way that you did. And if you'd like to practice with me more, I'll be uploading videos to my YouTube channel soon, so stay on the lookout. You can find my YouTube link and other content through my Instagram. On Instagram, I am Yoga Girl Hawaii. That's at yoga_girl_Hawaii. And I would love to connect with you. You can send me a DM, private message. Let me know that you took my class at Spirit Weavers. It would mean a lot to me. So thank you all so much. I wish you all the best in your healing and transformation, and look forward to connecting more in the future. Mwah. Aloha.